Morning. As you guys know, or could tell, I've been pretty well non-existent here for quite a while. And there's a reason for that. And you guys will see that as you keep watching this video. Go into all the reasons why I've been pretty well spotty. But, as of right now, I'm going to drink some coffee. And I'm going to keep mixing feed for the moves. I'm going to come at y'all here in a bit. Say hi, boys. Okay, so I went out here to check fence. To kind of look at stuff to figure out how everything needs to be done. And to fix stuff that needs to be fixed. And I'm going to show you guys something that kind of irritates me, and maybe it's where I'm from, I don't know. But I'll flip you guys around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, that don't bother me. Going into the insulator, not bad. But I cut off the wire. We go down here a little ways, and we have a splice. And then we go down not too much further. We got another splice. Then we go a little bit further, we got another splice. And we go just a couple inches more, we got another splice and the baling wire, which was tied in to this chunk of fence right there. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But why on earth would you make that much work for yourself? Why would you not just run a whole new wire? Now, I'm not talking to wire the whole length of the fence, but if you got that many splices, or if you're only going to need a little bit and you keep having a fence break right there, why don't you run a longer section? It makes no sense to me. I don't know. Either way, I got barbed wire. I'm going to use it. We'll make it work. So we can see that we got our wire nice and tight. Thank goodness. The little buggers here just looking to see what I'm doing. But stretch that nice and tight, and I'm going to cut it off down in here somewhere. I'm going to run it through this eye, wrap it back over itself, and she's going to be nice and tight for a while. I really don't understand why people do dumb stuff like this. I mean, if you got that many splices, that means that fence is worn out. It's not hard to run a new wire. Barbed wire is cheap-ish, but instead of keeping cutting and splicing and everything else, they got enough splices on here that could have ran a new wire. But whatever. I'm not the one that did it. I know my boss man ain't the one that did it. I don't know who did it before, so doesn't matter. All that matters is we're gonna be doing it the right way, and I got some more fences to stretch. This is crazy. So I know I've talked in other videos about putting a curl in the fences. Not really gonna get into that right now, but you can see that's pretty loose. Pretty loose. But instead of putting a curl in it, because this fence isn't really the greatest, but it ain't broke yet, so I'm not going to run a whole new strand of wire. If it was pasture fence, maybe, but not here in the lot. So what I'm going to do is where it's wrapped around the post here, I'm just going to unwrap this, and I'm going to pull off of that. So I'm going to put one end of the stretcher on the free end, one end of the stretcher on the wire. Gonna pull everything tight, and I'm just gonna rewrap it, and that'll cinch that up. And eventually they'll end up breaking it, and we'll run a new wire then and call it good. But up until that point, that's what we're gonna do. As long as we're not putting a shit ton of splices in there, we're good, I guess. Now we got that fence figured out. I'm gonna head out, grab something to eat, because we gotta work cattle this afternoon. I've worked cattle a couple of times this week, I think, so weather's gonna be nice. Well, like I told you guys knew that I was gone for quite some time. There's various reasons for that. A couple of different surprises that go on with that. So the first big reason why I've been gone, because big old Jim got the darned old Rona. Finally got it. Wasn't all that bad. Wasn't all that bad. A lot of coughing, headache, horrible headache. That was awful. The only real thing that is real bad about it, as far as what I got, is just being exhausted. I make it until about noontime and I am ready for a nap. It's just nuts how much this wipes you out. My breathing in the cold and the wind, that got a little more difficult, but nothing horrible. Nothing like what they explain on the news anyway. But biggest thing is just the exhaustion, and I'm still dealing with that. I mean, I'm not all that far out of it yet. So the other big deal, one of the other big deals, not the biggest deal, but one of the other big deals, is one of the perks that comes with this job, other than this work pickup and everything else, is that I get a nice little farmhouse a couple miles away. So instead of driving 40 miles to work one way every day and then driving back home, I get to drive 2 miles to and from. If it gets cold, I'll come to work, feed, and go do stuff around the house, and then go back to work and feed again. So with this house, and it's a big farmhouse, 2-story farmhouse, got a basement. Nice farmhouse for what it is. Very old farmhouse, but it's a nice one for what it is. But I get a nice little shop that goes with it. I get a nice old hog barn that goes with it. Corral deal, no working chute or anything like that. And it also comes with 6 acres of grass with it. So that's good. So that is something that I was very excited about. Something that worked out really good on my end. My wife is still adjusting to it because she's never lived out in the country before. We're not really out in the sticks down here, but never been out in the country before, and she's never really been this far away from her mother, so that's taken a little bit of getting used to. So as far as moving and getting everything situated and all that good jazz, I mean, that's taking up a lot of time too. And then we got one other big thing that you guys are gonna have to wait a little bit later on in this video to see. You know something nice about living out here in the country? I can just burn my garbage. Not only does this beat paying for people coming to pick up your garbage, it's also kind of fun. Y'all know the big Jim? Now you get to meet the little Jim. Born November 15th. Little man has definitely been the biggest change. Taking up a lot of time, but wouldn't trade it for the world. Love my little guy. Say hi, buddy. You say hi? Mama gonna make us show him your outfit? Show him your legs? He's a good little boy. Good little boy. But at any rate, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I thank you all for watching.